Okay, so this is going to be a quick tutorial in Google SketchUp. So first I'm going to draw, let's say, the outline of a house. Okay, so just delete these lines here. And if we use push pull, we can type in how high we want it to go, or we can, adjust it to some point in space, like this guy's head here. But I think 2.3 should do it for a moment. Now, okay, so we're going to try and put a roof on this quick house. So we go down here and pull it there a little bit, and I'm just going to bring a line up here, working off the blue axes. Do that and just press delete. So I'm now going to try using the follow me tool. Just highlight the face on top of this, and we go tools, follow me, and select the roof. Okay, so now what we need to do is make sure we highlight all those faces. That should be okay, and if we right click and go with selection, intersect face with selection, we should be able to start deleting some of these faces that we don't want, to reveal, I hope, the roof underneath. So it's looking good so far. Okay, so delete that face there. Okay, and if there is any gaps, sure, we can always close them up. And Control Z if you make any mistakes. Okay, so just have a quick look and see what's going on here. Now, hopefully I'll be able to patch this up by just putting a line here to there, and that's it, I hope. Okay, so there we have a quick easy roof. Now there's a few dots here, which means there's some geometry inside. Okay, so there we have a quick roof for our house. So now if we press B on the keyboard, it's normally depicted by a little paintbrush or a paint pot up here. So what I'll do is, if I go to brickwork or stone, metal, roofing, I think I'll put this type slate on the roof. So I'm middle mouse clicking and dragging to orbit around the scene. Okay, so next I'm going to try brickwork, and try this brickwork here. So there's a quick house. Of course, there's no door on it. So we want to draw a door on the face. We just do a rectangle. Again, we want to get it to his height. Again, the proportions aren't great. Press B again on the keyboard, and we'll go for wood. Not great, but I think you get the idea. Now if I wanted, I could use offset to give us a bit more of a door frame, and use push pull. Pull it out of fraction. Oh yeah, sorry. What happened there was I offset the wrong face. So offset again, and offset from the door. Actually, we'll go in, and I'll just draw a line from here down, and from here down, and just delete his face here. And we're going to use push pull to dot show which face you're push pulling out. And there we have a quick door, and I think we'll throw in a window also. And we're going to press B again, and we're going to go for translucent window. Okay. So again, we'll offset this face here. And what I'll do is I'll push pull that out of fraction. You can hardly see it there on the recording, but if I push pull to this frame here, it'll be at the same distance. Okay, so that's one advantage to that, and we'll press B again on the keyboard and just paint that screen. And what I'm going to do is change the frame. Now again, this isn't accurate. I mean, you could spend a lot more time, which is a luxury I don't have here today. And Control Z to do any mistakes you make. Okay, so now I should be able to highlight, pressing Control, all the faces. Should be it. Yep, they're all dotted up. Okay. So now if I want, I can move tool, and we'll pick this point here. Holding Control, and drag it over to here. And we can try it again. And I think if we go X, two more, I should do two more. No, didn't. Not to worry. But anyway, that's how you do a quick door roof. And we can go inside the model there and have a look. And there's a few construction lines in here I want to get rid of. Now, so that's a very badly drawn house, but we're going to render this, and there is our house. And it's not a great render, there's not too much detail in there, but it's just to show you what can be done if you have a lot of time and effort to put into your model. Okay, so we can simulate light, view shadow, and we can affect throughout the season, January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way, and times at how the light will shine into your model and affect it. So next I'm going to just Alt middle mouse button to rotate around the screen. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go and do an animation. So we're going to add a scene. This is our first scene. Our second scene will be this. So we have to say this is our other scene, and we're going to scroll around, and this is our next scene, and then this is our third screen, and when we click view animation play, it should play through all those scenes, and it'll do the calculation between each scene. Okay, and we can stop that and edit how we want it to animation, the duration settings and stuff like that, which is all done in here. So anyway, there's nothing much more I can do here. I've used, well, it's pretty obvious what most of these tools do. I use this a lot, the pencil, the eraser, the pencil. Sometimes I do arcs, and the little triangle here, you can do different types of circles, rotated rectangle, polygons. This is our push pull, our offset, our move tool, and rotate, which I haven't done yet, but we can do, and we can scale this entire house larger or smaller. Okay, that's pretty much it for the moment. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Okay, now there is one more thing I forgot to do. If we go into 3D Warehouse, just Google 3D Warehouse, we can download any model we want. So I'm just going to type in BMW, and we'll just sort this by most liked. Okay, so I might go for this one here. So we just download it. Okay, that'll take a few seconds. Okay, we just show in the folder, and we'll just drag this into Google SketchUp, and we'll drop it here. It should take a few seconds for it to take all that information in, and hopefully drop the model, as you see here, into there. Okay, so just, you have to pick a point on this car. I just click on the move tool, and we'll pick this point here, and we'll drop it there. Okay, so obviously that's a bit low, so I'll just bring it up a little bit higher, and that should be okay. Now if I was to click render here, the car, I don't think, well, I think it's too big, the scale's not right, but if I press S or use this button here to scale it, I can scale the car down. Okay, but I'm not going to for the moment. I just Control Z that. But what I will do is do a quick render. I might have to pause the screen, this might take a long time to do, but this is how you dress your scenes in Google SketchUp. You can go to that 3D Warehouse and download anything you can think of and dress the scene, whether it's an interior, exterior of a house, or whatever you can think of or imagine. Okay, so this is V-Ray now, rendering that car. It's not a great car to begin with, but again, it's just quick and easy, and that's how you do that. Okay, so we might actually try, and you can go to all the animations and view that scene. Okay. So I'm just going to press delete, and I might try and bring in another car. We might try this one this time. So again, when it's finished downloading, we'll just click show in folder and drag and drop it into Google SketchUp. Okay, so that's massive. Again, I don't think it's scaled correctly. That should be, might be right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is use the rotate tool. So you have to pick the blue plane, which is up and down, so I can rotate this car 90 degrees if I want. Okay, and we can move it, sorry. Let's pick this point here and move a little bit closer. Again, the car might be too big, so we press S to scale and go diagonally. It should be okay. So I'm just going to do a quick render, and that should take a little bit of time to do. But while it's doing that, we'll just go in here. You can type in doors and you can put them into your scene. Some of them are already textured up. Kitchens are already made, utensils, and you can scroll down, and some of them have materials already put onto them, so when rendered in V-Ray they'll look pretty awesome. Okay, so let's see how this is looking. It's not looking too bad, but again, using V-Ray slows your whole computer down and slows up, it uses up all the RAM basically to create these images. Okay, so that's the end of that.